Start today by inviting yourself to a comfortable position on your mat. Letting your hands rest on your legs or bringing them to Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, and begin to observe your breath. Is it shallow, deep, long, or short? Begin to connect with your breath, setting an intention with each inhale and exhale. If your mind starts to wander, simply bring it back to the present moment, to the touch of your body on your mat, to the gentle rise and fall with your breath. Focus your mind with this breath. Inhale and exhale, dropping the chin to the chest, opening the back of the neck. Breathe into that space. Release the hands from the knees, bringing them to the back of the head, allowing the elbows to drop down as we inhale up, letting the elbows fly out and back, and exhale as we bring the chin to chest, elbows come down to the earth. Continue on, inhaling and exhaling, matching our movement with our breath, tying into this opening. As we lift the chest, elevate the heart, and exhale, bring the chin to chest, bring the elbows down. Reminding ourselves we can stay in any particular position or movement longer if we like, but if we're ready, releasing the hands down to the knees, resetting the spine. And begin to circle the torso around, hinging at the hips, leaning in through one shoulder and then the other as you circle around and push back. Try to get the arms involved there and really just bending at the hips, circling around, inhaling as we come up and exhaling as we come down, reversing that circle, noticing the heat we begin to generate in the arms, warming up the spine, focusing on that intention as we move with our breath. And returning back to the center, grabbing on the front of the knees, pulling the sternum towards the spine into a seated cat. And we're going to inhale the chest up and through into cow as we lean forward. Cycling through, matching that breath, inhaling and exhaling. And returning back to a neutral spine. Reaching the right hand over the right knee and the left hand behind the body. Looking over the left shoulder in a gentle twist. Keeping the spine elongated through the top of the head. So we simply spin from the base of the spine. Inhaling to any place we feel that tightness, and as we exhale, feel it releasing. Good. Bringing the left arm back and crossing it over to touch the right knee. Forward folding, allowing the spine to draw back behind us as we drop the chin to the chest. feel the back open. Breathe through that widening of the upper back. And then we come up with our right hand, inhaling it up behind us as we continue the twist on the other side, looking over the right shoulder. Noticing that inhale, elongating that spine up, pressing through both hips into the ground. Exhales, we bring the right hand back over the top, touching the left knee and forward folding there. But really pulling out from the back of the spine, as if there's a string drawing the middle of the spine straight back behind us as the chin folds towards the arms or towards the chest. Looking to keep the breath long. Gonna come on up, release those knees, cross the legs over. Inhale the arms up, circling them around, placing the hands behind the body, lifting the hips up, allowing the head to come in line with the hips and knees, lifting and elevating the heart, long neck, long spine. Feel the energy as the front body opens. And exhales, we come back down, hands coming back to the knees, recentering that spine, reaching through the fingertips all the way down to the ground. Inhale and exhale, allow the left ear to come to left shoulder. Inhale up to center and exhale right ear to right shoulder. Keep going, breathing through that movement, knowing that we can stay much longer if we like in any one of these stretches. Anything here we do is just a suggestion and not a command, so feel free to do your own style. Good. Looking now over one shoulder, rotating from one side to another. Inhale and exhale, allowing the gaze to go out of focus. And returning back to the center, looking gently up towards the sky. I'm going to grab our strap with a wide grip. We're going to lift up and over, dropping that strap down. So just some range of motion practice for our shoulders. And if you're finding that you can't quite get over the top here, you need a wider grip maybe. Or if it's too easy and you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, grab more narrow on your strap, hands closer together. So we inhale up and exhale down. Now, if you find that you're leaning your torso in and out, forward and back, just to get the arms over, then you might need a wider grip. And just listening to our body with what it feels like today. All right, so grabbing our strap with one elbow up, the other arm behind. Going to grab up as high as you can with both hands. So your hands are getting as close together as you possibly can in this tricep stretch. Spine is still elongated, head is stacked over shoulders. Try and keep the head in that nice neutral line without dipping the head forward. So if you really have to crank the chin to chest, then you may need a wider grip. Now we're going to lower the hand on the bottom And gently bring both hands up and down together as if you're kind of scrubbing your back. And this is working on that shoulder flexibility on both shoulders. Inhale as you pull up, exhale as you pull down. And release when you're ready. Moving over to the other side, dropping the strap down with the left arm, reaching behind with the right hand, grabbing up as high as we can. Feeling that beautiful rotation of our shoulders. Noticing that one shoulder may be less flexible or less cooperative than the other. And knowing that that's okay. We practice non-judgment. We practice accepting ourselves as we are and loving ourselves. And when you're ready, dropping the bottom hand and gently flossing that strap up and down. This lovely dynamic stretch of the shoulder. We're going to move on over into table position, then sit back to extended child's pose, opening up underneath the arms. Going up onto the fingertips to activate the shoulders, the underarms, just to bring a little more heat. And then walk both hands over to the right side of your mat. Feeling that elongation in the side body. You can stack the hands one over the other, or just reach on that side. Continuing to tune into the body as we breathe and feel and listen to the cues. Good, walking both hands back into the center of the mat. Extended child's pose. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, walking both hands over to the left side of your mat. Really reaching through the fingertips as you reach those arms out to the side. Breathing through as usual. And when you're ready, returning to the center. Once again, elongating those arms, sitting those hips back. Inhale, forward into table. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle so that the right arm comes right down behind the left hand. Hips are going to remain stacked over the knees. And if you'd like to deepen, bring the left hand behind the low back, looking up over that left shoulder. Really working on these thoracic twists and shoulder and chest openers today. Bring the left hand back, pressing up, reversing that rotation, right hand up towards the sky and bring it down. Moving to the left side of the body, inhale the left hand up, looking at those fingertips. Exhale, slide it down right behind that right arm, staying there or bringing the back of the hand to the low back. Really enabling that twist from that right elbow, coming back behind you towards the left side even more. Good, bring the right hand down, press through the earth, lifting the left arm up towards the sky once again, and exhale, bring it down to table. From table, we're going to walk our hands out. So keeping our hips right where they're at in that table position, walk the arms out, and then allow the chest to drop down towards the earth into our puppy pose. Now you may be able to put your forehead on the ground or your chin Really reach out through those arms. Feeling that stretch open up underneath the arms. Feel this upper back extension. Good. Inhale up for a little release and exhale back down. Coming up onto the fingertips. Then inhale forward and walking the hands back down as we sit into hero's pose. Shrug those shoulders up, just kind of reset them back into their sockets. Good, shrug the shoulders in the opposite direction, kind of just rolling them around. We're going to grab our blocks or our books. You could also do this with 2 towels on either side. Bringing the elbows to the blocks, keeping the hips high, placing the palms together as we bring the heart back down towards the ground. Fingertips can be pointed up. And depending on your flexibility, you may want to change the height of your blocks, trying it out at different heights. Good. Inhale up. Release those shoulders once again. Shake it out a little bit. And we'll put those blocks off to the side. So we're going to come all the way down, face down on our mat, bending the right knee and right arm, allowing the right knee to come up as the foot comes over to the left side of our mat, pressing through the right arm. So you'll feel this big chest opener, shoulder opener here. You can bring the right arm back behind your back. Just adding a little bit more pressure into the twist, allowing the right arm to come back, look over that right shoulder. And if this is uncomfortable for your neck, you can also let the head rest or bring a block underneath your head. You can open the arm up and also bend the knees. So almost like the backs of your hands are coming together. And as you're ready, gently roll very slowly in reverse, bringing that right arm back down to stabilize. Allow the right leg to slowly rotate back and straighten, and then straighten out the right arm. Do the same thing on the other side as we bend the left knee, bend the left elbow, placing the left hand down, and then pressing up so we rotate the lower body over, bringing the left foot towards the right side of the body, pushing through that left hand, then bringing that hand back, placing it on the low back, or extending the arm out to meet the right arm. Everyone's shoulder flexibility is different, so remember yours may look very different. Bending the right knee as well, so both knees are bent. Then you can allow those knees to come up a little. You might just have to play with this in a couple different ways, finding out what feels right for you. But no matter what you do, listen to the body, take your time. And as we come out, slowly unroll. Coming back to the center, reaching that arm out again. And then bring the left arm in, right arm down. So doing this kind of stretch across the body. I'm going to slide the right arm underneath the left. And again, you may be up off the ground a little bit. Or you may have your face planted all the way into the ground. Right, so we're going to untwist there, bring the right arm out, then the left arm out, reset the spine, then bring the right arm in front, left arm down by our side, then bring the left arm underneath the right, crossing there, allowing the weight of our chest to gently stretch here. And if this is too much pressure, you can sit back onto the heels and do this as well. Good. Unroll, bringing the left arm out and right arm out. Go ahead and press on up. And sit back into extended child's pose. Good. Bringing the hands back to meet each other behind the back. So if they don't meet each other, that's fine, but you can use a block or a strap just to bridge that gap there. And then lifting the arms up as far as they go today, remembering that we want to keep our neck long away from the body. So without putting too much pressure on the top of the head as if we're doing a face plant here, we want to keep that neck long and rest on the forehead. Breathing into any space that you feel tightness. Good. Exhale, allow the arms to come down, releasing their grasp. Reach both arms out into extended child's pose, but we're going to flip the palms up so the thumbs are pointed towards the outside of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale forward and come down to a seated position again. Good. Balancing yourself out, stacking that spine over the hips, shoulders and head over the hips. Shrug those shoulders up while you inhale, exhale down. Once again, lift that chest. Hands behind just to support, elongating the spine as if it's shooting straight out from the ground through the top of your head. And we can walk the hands back for a little more distance, but really you're thinking push out and away from the earth. Notice the collarbones widen, the heart lifts, the chest opens. And as you're ready, gently come forward, placing the hands behind the back once again. But this time we're going to put our knees pointed up towards the sky, feet flat on the ground, walking the hands back. Now if you've got more space in the shoulder to stretch, move the hips towards your feet. Keep that nice long line from your sit bones through the top of the head. Try to keep that little micro bend in your elbows so they're not hyperextending. lift the chest, broaden the collarbones. Inhale and exhale, gently coming forward, moving into our child's pose again, sitting back towards the heels, reaching the arms out. Allowing the belly to expand as you breathe, deepening the breath. Inhale forward to table. Good, moving into cow, allowing the shoulder blades to squeeze in towards one another as that belly drops down. Reversing into our cat, allowing the shoulder blades to widen across, out and away from the center of the spine, really rounding the back, curving it around. And then as we reverse, coming up to that cow, allow the shoulder blades to pinch in towards one another. So really activating the muscles in our upper back, our shoulders. And then reversing, tucking the tail towards the earth. Front of the pelvis comes up, belly comes in towards the spine, and we reverse, moving with our breath in our cat and cow, really paying attention to our technique and our breath. More about being in tune with each vertebra as it articulates with the one right next to it, then moving quickly. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and come on down to the mat, all the way down. Legs extended, arms extended. Making a fist with either palm. Just lifting the left arm up and over, allowing the left knee to bend, but keeping the right arm completely on the ground, right leg on the ground. Another spinal twist here, but also chest and shoulder opening. Arms are active, so they're going to stay long and they're going to stay active. So gently pressing into the ground with the right arm and really reaching that left arm out. Breathe in and out. Good. Your next exhale, gently roll back in. Inhale the right arm up as you bring it over towards the left side of your mat, letting the right knee bend. Arms are both active. Left arm pressing into the earth, right arm reached out. Breathing into the chest, into that back. Maybe it's your middle back, maybe it's your low back that you feel a little bit more tightness, maybe even the hip here as this knee is bent. Ensuring that our breath is still long and even, which is much harder to do as we twist. So really tune into that. And as you're ready, inhale and exhale, rolling the right arm back down to the ground. Reaching both arms out, palms facing up. And from here, you're gently going to squeeze and lift so that the palms come off the ground. So maybe the palms will come off the ground just for an inch or two and just stay there, and that's okay. If you want to also bring the legs off the ground, that's okay too. But if you'd like to move on to a little more movement here, you're going to bring the pinkies together and then hands come down to the sides and then flip so that your thumbs touch. Once you reach there, you're going to reverse that, bringing the arms all the way out so the palms come back up towards the pinkies. All right, just like you're making face down floor angels, like snow angels. Trying to keep those arms long, moving through the full range. Now, if you're face down here and you're like me and your nose is smashed into the ground, feel free to try this with a small blanket under your forehead, just an inch or two. You don't want the neck to be crooked back too hard, but it might become somewhat hard to breathe if your face is smashed into the ground. Good. Coming back by placing the hands underneath the shoulders, pushing up and back into our table. Bring the right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it down behind the left for that spinal twist. And place the left hand on top of the right. Keeping the hips high, maybe noticing this time a little bit deeper of a twist. And as you're ready, pressing down through that left hand, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, allowing the shoulders to stack before bringing the right hand down. Good. Left hand behind the right, inhale it up towards the ceiling. Look at those fingertips and exhale, sliding it right down behind the right. Bringing those hands together, trying to overlap the fingers, elongating the arms. Practice filling your lower lungs, breathing in. Beautiful. Keeping those arms active. Placing the right hand down on the mat, lifting that left hand back up again towards the sky. Look at those fingers. Look beyond those fingers. And bring the left hand down. Walk the hands out once again, reaching down into that puppy pose, bringing the chest towards the mat. Resting the forehead, or even your chin if gentle. Breathing into the low belly. And as you exhale, bringing the belly in towards the spine. Good. Inhale. Exhaling, sitting back towards the heels in extended child's pose. Reach the right arm under the left. Soft belly. Inhale the right arm out. Go ahead, exhale, bring the left arm underneath the right. Attempting to lengthen with every exhale. Good, bringing both arms back out, extended child's pose. Being mindful of the calm. We've created some space around the heart. We've reversed some of the forward-leaning posture we may have been experiencing lately with these rewarding chest and shoulder openers. And come on forward, laying down on our side, cradling our head with our arm. Reaching the right arm down by our hip, inhaling up towards our head and exhaling back down to the hip. And now is a good time to close the eyes. Just inhaling from the feet to the head and exhaling as that hand comes from the head down towards the feet. And then on your last rotation, allow the arm to drape out behind you to the point where you feel tightness. And with every exhalation, notice how that arm drops down, maybe just a little bit more each time. Good. Inhaling to reverse the direction, bringing the arm up towards the head, then exhaling down. Beautiful. Coming to rest, rolling over onto the other side. Cradling the head once again. Left hand down by the hip to start. As we inhale up to the head and exhale back down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and our neck and our chest when we become anxious or stressed. And as as we open, allowing the arm to drape out away from the body, and with every exhale, allowing it to melt in towards the earth. We help to reverse some of this stress response, releasing the tension in our shoulders, in our chest. And then gently reversing the circle in the opposite direction. And then allowing the hand to relax. Allow this lightness, this ease, let your body remain weightless and soft. Let your thoughts drift. Let yourself float away. Keeping this sense of lightness, this openness. And slowly begin to draw your attention back to the here and now, noticing the sensations on your skin, the touch of your body on your mat. Grab hold of this weightless ease and slowly and gently press yourself up as you open your eyes. And we conclude our practice with open, appreciative hearts. Namaste.